I'm just waiting on folks to crawl in here. Let me play some music. Where's my volume at? Like the distance to Antarctica, approximately. Y'all want to hear one of my favorite songs? It's one of my favorite songs, y'all. Can you guess? Hey. It keeps us moving, only what to do. It's not your love. It's not the word that you carry yourself. Oh, made up. You're not mine. Hey, the real monkey is in the house. Wouldn't change a thing about you. I know how it is. The chemistry just isn't there. It's not your love, slip on your prints. It's the way you dress. It's not the way that you carry yourself. Oh, girl. Oh, girl, so sorry. Alright, let me turn this off. Ooh, girl. You ready for some truth? So sorry. Alright, y'all. That's my jam. Yo, back in the day, Ronnie could get all of this. I used to like Ralph. When New Edition first came out, I liked Ralph. But then Ralph started looking a little bony, and I had to go to Ronnie, man. Ronnie could get this all day and twice on Sunday. That's not that girl. And Ricky, too. Even though you're not my kind, so fine. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. All right, y'all. I did Ralph's wife's hair one time. She's a sweet girl. She's a sweet girl. She was complaining about him a little bit, though. She was complaining about Ralph a little bit. So, yeah, y'all. People run from the truth. I run to the truth. You run to the truth? You should start with music all the time. I might do that. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? I needed to come on here and get this out the way. What I'm listening to, New Edition. You're not my kind of girl. You're not my kind of girl. I love me some New Edition. So what's the deal, y'all? What is the deal? You all hyped now? Me too. I'm getting hyped because after I jump off this live, I'm going to the gym. So this is pre-workout. This is my pre-workout hype. So I can get in there and get this burn going, get this pain going, and get on with my day. Y'all know I don't want to go, but I gotta hype myself. I got to hype myself. So listen, y'all. You know the title of this video. Why you can't get a boyfriend? What's going on? Why some of y'all can't get a boyfriend? What do you think the deal is? What do you think is wrong? What do you think is going on in the world? Why some of y'all can't get somebody? Is it because all the dudes are gay? They don't want commitment. You know what? Why do y'all think it is? Loving this topic. Need me a boyfriend, but we will have to wait 2 years. Been 5 years cleansing. Oh, okay. The sexual energies of the ex. Oh, wait a minute. So you a boss. You going the whole 7 years. Wow. I think you're the first girl that I met who actually is going the full cycle. You are going to be brand new like a virgin again. Oh my God. Wow. What's your name? Ola Lunfi? I can't even pronounce that. Ola Lunfi is going a full 7 year cycle to re-cleanse herself. That's really what you have to do. You know, to get the residue from other men out of your system, you need a whole 7 year abstinence cycle. A whole 7 year abstinence cycle. And hardly ain't nobody doing that. But that's the way to do it. Wow, Ola gonna be a virgin again. Ola gonna be able to wear white again, y'all. Ola is going to be able to wear white. Desperate energy moving while dating fast. A lot of people living in desperate energy. I tell y'all all the time that the key to being attracting and attractive as a woman is in relaxation. I know y'all heard me say this before, but you feel, I don't know, I guess it's not heavy enough. It's not cryptic enough. I don't know. It's not a big enough secret for it to be true, but it really is in that. A lot of us wear desperation on our sleeves. We wear fear, desperation, self-doubt, self-loathe on our sleeves, and this energy will halt the energies that you want to come to you. It will scramble the frequencies. Y'all don't believe this is true, but I'm telling you that it is. A lot of black women, you walk around with chips on your shoulder. You walk around with this wonky sense. Either you have a chip on your shoulder, a wonky sense of entitlement, uh or just fear, just downright fear. It's like one of those or all of those are usually in the mix, and you're not going to attract anything like that. You're really not. Relaxation is how it goes. What the best example I could give is, you ever see children interact, like, or just remember, like, can you remember when you were 8? When you were 8 or 9 or 6 or something like that, and you're at the playground and you see other kids there, what do? You go over them, you start talking, you might exchange or give candy to each other or something, and you start playing. It's like there's no hesitation there. There's no, oh man, should I or shouldn't I? Kids don't do that unless, you have some introverted children now. But for the most part, a healthy kid is just gonna go for it. They're just gonna go for it. If you have an altercation, if the kids, mad at each other, something happens, somebody takes the ball away, they cry, they stomp their feet, and they go back to playing with each other like 10 seconds later. There's no apprehension whatsoever. They just go and make a friend. A child can make a friend in 5 minutes. What is wrong with adults? What is wrong with us as adults? We have all this intellect, right? We have all this smarts. We have all this adulting, you know, thing that we have, and we don't know how to strike up a conversation. We don't know how to have inviting energy. We're afraid to talk to people, and it's hindering your progress. I tell you all, don't I tell y'all all the time, stop being afraid of men? Stop being afraid of men. I mean, you know, part of the reason why a lot of women are afraid of men because we live in a rape culture, right? That has a lot to do with it. Rape culture, and a lot of us have gone through being violated sexually to whatever degree, some actually raped or touched or something like that. So there's that we're dealing with. So I get it. There is a lot of that. But if you're saying to yourself, listen, I want a relationship, if what happened to you isn't stopping you from wanting a relationship, then that's the frame of mind you're going to have to put yourself in, is that I can't be afraid of what it is I want. How can you be afraid of men and want one in your life? That's a contradiction. A lot of us don't get the results we want because we have conflicting beliefs. Conflicting beliefs. That's the problem right there. And you have to get rid of your conflicts. You say men don't want relationships anymore, but you want a man. You say most men are gay, right? We say that, but you want a man. You say men don't like women who look like me, but you want one. So it's like you have to align your beliefs have to be in alignment with what it is you want and the results that you're hoping to get. That's what we're gonna have to start doing here. It's good. We're gonna have to start doing that. There's truth in everything. There's truth in every statement I just said. But if you want somebody in your life, you're gonna have to put those on the shelf and say, what can I do to improve myself, to position myself to experience this thing called a relationship that I want to experience? What do I need to do? Because a lot of women spend time bashing these dudes, but you want one. You want one. So I'm like, well, what we gonna do here? Don't be scared of me, Panda. I don't bite. Who you talk? Who you hollering at on here? Yes, trauma, unresolved issues. There's all of that. There's all of that. I can usually make friends fast. How long it lasts is a is a different story, but I can make them. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the friend thing is just an example because y'all already know how I feel about friends and the fact that really that doesn't exist. So when I say friend, I'm just talking about somebody you like spending time with, somebody that you might help them out or they may help you out, but under no obligations of any kind, under no, you're not assuming that you can just trust them with all of your business, and that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. I'm talking about male and female relationships here. And it takes time to build that trust. It does. But your energy has to be right. Your energy has to be right so you can attract what you want. Some guys act like they're scared of women too. You've met guys that act like they're scared of women, Monique? I've heard women say that before. I personally, you know, I don't, if I can recall, I've never met a guy who seemed like he was intimidated by women. And that could just be, maybe my energy. I don't know. But I never met someone who was like seemed scared. Like scared, like shy, apprehensive, nervous, like a nervous fear. I've never met a guy like that. So have you, Monique, personally? Panda says she is scared of men, but she don't need to be scared of me. Oh, she is scared of men. That's our problem. And it's the culture. It is the culture, because we, from the time we have understanding as young girls, we're told, sit with your legs closed, don't do this, don't do that. We are indoctrinated with fear that some man out here is going to rape us or take advantage of us if we don't dress appropriately, if we don't go certain places, like you got to go chaperone, or avoid certain places entirely, dress a certain way, don't say certain things. It's like we're bombarded with all of that just to keep predators called men away from us. There's that. So there's a fear. Women have a fear of, that every man is out to take advantage. And that's a real fear too. It is a real fear, but you got to charge up your energy with, okay, what am I looking for? How am I presenting myself to get what it is that I want? What kind of energy am I giving off? You know, am I making myself a target for predators, or am I making myself a target for someone who's actually looking for a woman just like me, looking for a real relationship? These are things you got to ask yourself. And their fear won't look like shy. It'll be aggressive. That's how their fear looks. Aggressive? No. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that necessarily. Um with men, because men by design are mostly disagreeable, and for the most part aggressive. That's just their nature. Just like we supposedly are nurturing and we want to give. We are by design want to give, and men by design want to take, right? They want to take. But it doesn't mean that you can't end up with somebody who wants something that you have but is willing and protect you and provide for you and lead you and all those nice things that we hope that men would do in our lives. It doesn't mean that you can't meet somebody like that. That's the thing. But by design, men are supposed to be aggressive. That's, if he's a man's man, men are not supposed to be. They're not designed to be agreeable. That's just not how they are. That's just not how they are. I have been scared of men all my life. You see what I'm saying? This is a problem. I notice men looking at me about age 11, pedophiles. I knew then that it was very wrong, so I never trusted men. I always felt vulnerable. There is that, and that's a very legitimate fear. And at some point, when, especially, I mean, we're all adults. We're all adults here. You have to say to yourself, okay, I understand the nature of things, the nature of what I'm dealing with. But I also understand that there are people out here. There are people out here who are not predators in the regard of, in so much as they want to leave you bloody on the pavement. You know what I mean? Leave you beaten and broken on the street. There are men that won't leave you like that. There are men out here who are looking for families, who do have family values, who are looking for women who have virtue and morals. Even the men that take advantage of you are hoping you don't open your legs. That's the truth about it too. A lot of these dudes that are getting what they getting for free are hoping that you hold out. They test you, you don't hold out. Listen, a man's nature is to get it. If you're giving it to him, he'll take it. He'll take it. He will try to get it. That is his nature. But if you say, you know what, this is my stipulations, you're not getting this unless XYZ is in place. A man who's looking for a prime woman, for a diamond in the rough, go, damn, yes, she making me work for this thing. She must be the real deal. But a lot of us give in to the pressure that these men put us under, and he go, okay, well, you the one that gave it. You said yes. That's on you now. And it's not fair, we could say it's not fair, it ain't right. Why can't they be honest about what they want? Why do they have to take advantage? Again, this is how men are. This is how they are. So your moral fiber shouldn't be contingent upon uh who's offering you what. I don't care how cute he is. I don't care how much money he is. I don't care, if he's resources or whatever's going on, big dingaling, whatever he's got going on. None of that should sway your moral fiber whatsoever. If you're saying to yourself, listen, I'm a woman who waits till marriage, or I'm a woman who waits for a real commitment, I'm a woman who waits a year, whatever your stipulations are, that should be immovable. And you don't have to even let him know that. You ain't got to let him know you have a 90-day rule or a 6-month rule or something like that. All you're doing is waiting to see what you need, waiting to see what you need to see. And if you don't see it, you move on. He moves on. No love lost, and that's it. But some of y'all get into these, you start these relationships and you tell them, well, I don't have sex for 90 days. Listen, y'all, please stop saying that. Please stop saying you're celibate. You've been celibate 7 months. that nonsense. Stop saying all of that. Stop saying you're a virgin. Listen, that's one of the big ones too. Stop telling these men if you're a virgin, he doesn't need to know that either. That's what makes you a target. Those things, though divulging that information only puts more, it forces him to put more pressure. It forces him to put more pressure on you. Like, oh, really? 90 days? Well, we're going to see if we can knock that down to 20 or 15 or 5. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Keep those things to yourself until the appropriate time where the information needs to be stated. And that's after you see what you can see if it's something worth building with, if he's a guy worth his salt and you think the relationship is going to go somewhere, then you may down the line, let him know, well, listen, I think I want to wait. I think I want to wait. But don't say that over your first dinner date. Don't tell him those things over your first, second, third, or even your 10th dinner date. Yes, men love challenges, and when they hear stuff like that, like, you know how many girls lost their virginity because they told these dudes they were virgins? They were all right until they told the dude they were virgin, and then the dude started putting the pressure, putting the brakes on. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. If you're a woman who does not have sexual intercourse for whatever duration of a courtship, whether it is that 90-day rule or not, that is not something you tell him. You're just enjoying your time with him. Enjoying the date, go horseback riding, I don't know, go to seminars or something together. Go to meetups and workshops or something. Hopefully he's about something and you can do things together that doesn't involve the bedroom. The problem with us is that there's nothing going on in our lives, nothing exciting going on but a nut. Like, you have nothing that you're excited about but sex. That's a problem. That's going to be a problem. You're going to run out of stuff to talk about. And guess what happens when you run out of things to talk about? The only thing left to talk about is sex. That's it. And once you start talking about sex, guess what happens? Curiosity, foreplay, petting, fingering, licking, backhole action, backdoor action. Y'all know what y'all do. Oh, I didn't really have sex with him. I just let him put it in the back. That nonsense. All of that stuff happens when you don't have a life, when you don't have a purpose in your life. You must have a purpose in your life, ladies. If you're on a job that you hate, you're not living on a purpose. You're not living by any purpose. You have no passion. You're not representing anything that you're passionate about. So there's nothing left to talk about but how you suck. There's not going to be anything intriguing about you other than how telling him how you ride and how you suck. And there goes your 90 days. Your 90 days are in the toilets. That's what happens. Most guys don't have no intention on providing themselves to a woman. They don't want to spend no money. Most guys have the mindset to get everything for free for a woman with no expectations. Now, that's a belief system you have. That is an energy that you are now carrying with you out into the world. You're carrying that energy with you when you're talking to the guys that you meet, the guys that you like, guys that maybe you're walking up to them and introducing yourself. The energy that you in that statement is what you bring with you to every conversation, every interaction that you have. Period. So it is interfering or manipulating the results that you're getting. If you're saying guys don't want relationships, they don't want to provide, how do you think your conversation with men is going to be if that's what you have in your mind? Listen, I understand men are dogs. I understand that men are predators. I understand that if you give in, that they'll take. I understand all of that, and I also understand that I have the power to say no. That nobody's doing anything that I'm not uh, ready to do, and that I don't co-sign on. I understand that as well. I understand that, I'm going to experience you as a person, as a human being, before I experience you as a lover, because I need to know how crazy you are. So I'm going to enjoy the process on looking to see what your psychosis is, what your neurosis is, what your bad habits are. Do you stink? I want to spend enough time with you to smell your body odor, what you get mad at, how you treat your mother. Are you sadistic in any way? Do you like animals? Like, I want to know all these things about you, and I'm going to have fun learning about you, just like you're going to have fun learning about me. It's not going to revolve around I don't think men will pay for this or that, because if you're talking to me, I already in my mind, you only here because I understand the purpose men serve, and this I don't negotiate on that. That's not, I don't barter with that. That's my energy. It's what it is. So I understand what you don't want to do, but if you want me, this is what you're gonna do, and that's just that. That's how I see it. You could do what you can not do and not want to do all kinds of things you don't want to do, but in my presence, and if you want to get to point B or point A and a half, you got to come up with what you got to come up with, and that's that. That's just that. You got to be careful with your energy. You got to be careful with what man ain't going to do, and what man you don't know what every man is going to do. You know what you say yes to. You know what you say yes to. You know what you say no to. You know what you expect. You know what you deserve. That but you don't know what anybody's going to do. You don't know. So you change the energy. Change the energy. But Salkis, men ask about virginity on the first date. Men also ask how many partners you have, and when you say I'd rather not reply, or say that's not what this date is about, they may think it's a problem. Well, unless, how would I handle that? If he's asking how many partners I've had, are you asking him how many partners he's had first? Because then, because to me, avoiding anything sexual for as long as possible is really the way to go. Any sexual questions, I think I would respond by saying, well, let's go to the clinic and get a full blood workup if you're concerned about, disease or anything like that. And that's something that you're going to have to do anyway. If you want body counts and all that, I think what's more important than me giving you a number, which may or may not be true, is a physician signing off that you don't have anything dripping out your dick that could cause me to go in the grave. How about that? So let's make an appointment. You could pick the physician. Let our next date be to the clinic. How about that? So you shouldn't feel shook if a dude asks you what your body count is. When he asks you what your body count is, say, let's, you know what, I have something even better. Let's both go to the doctor. Let's see if we can pass all the tests. I bet that shut it down. I bet that changed the subject real quick. Real quick. Tell him don't worry about the count, because whatever number I say may or may not be true. But what would be true are the test results. What would be true is that cotton swab in your mouth. So let's go and do that. Let's do that and ease both of our minds. Let's go and do that. I think I was watching Being Mary Jane, the one with Gabrielle Union on there, and she did some sort of pre-sex. One of the scenes, she had some kind of test kit, disease test kit, and it was like some sort of foreplay thing. She was swabbing his mouth. They were swabbing each other's mouth, and I don't know what the test kit was, but she was testing for STDs before they had the sex scene. I was like, this chick got a whole kit in her damn bathroom, a test kit in her bathroom. She sure enough did. I found that to be hilarious. I'm like, she pulled out swabs and plastic gloves and all that, like some kind of some kind of clinic on wheels. Oh, you saw it too? I was like, all right, Gab. Gab was about that life. She made him swab his mouth before she screwed. She sure did. She sure did. So I don't know how much. Well, I know they have home kits on, but to what extent, what you can test for in the home kits, I'm not really certain to what extent you can test for everything with a home kit. Uh, but I would go to a doctor, really, a physician for that. Oh my God, just jumped in. Is there STD competition going on? I'm down. What are the prizes? A STD competition? What you talking about? I hope not. A competition to see who's clean? I hope that's what you're talking about. I don't know. It ain't no competition. Somebody asked the question, how do you handle a man asking you what your body count is, like how many people you slept with and all of that on the first date, and if you don't want to answer it, like how do you deal with it? So I was giving what my answer to that would be. And honestly, you could say, well, if I give you a number, how do you know if it's true? Like, I think I would say the question really is irrelevant. I wouldn't even ask. That's not even something I would ask a man. Like, how many women you've been with? What is he supposed to tell me? 20? 20 when it was 200 or something like that? Like how many women you slept with? Do you really expect to get a true answer to that if the number's high? If the number's high, So I don't know. I think that question is kind of it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Some women look like they've been ran through though. That's a whole nother animal right there. Some women look like they've had a hard life. Like they've been ran through by several peens, And the question of, people are compelled to ask because you just don't look fresh. You look tired and worn out. So there's that part. 20 is very high already. 200 is just nasty. Well, I would assume that the average dude probably has done it with about a dude who looks decent and who has, a decent equipment. 20 is a very realistic number. And that's, to me, that's low. Because most dudes start real young. Most of these dudes start young. STD test, yes. Who is the cleanest? I know I'm good. Just kidding, though. Hey, that's what you got to do. Women are vulnerable or just stupid telling these men everything. Well, what do you say? Like I said, the sex conversations, the conversations about sex are down the line. Push that forward as far as you can for as long as you can, because I find that the moment you start talking about it, it invites a level of relaxation and comfort, and it kills the boundaries. It allows for somebody to jump over the boundaries of respect, and you know we're not there yet. Once you introduce conversations like that, then you got chicks doing WhatsApp, you know, playing with themselves, and before you know it, you naked, he naked on the screen, and y'all playing with each other and all that kind of stuff on the screen. It's all kind of stuff that happens when you introduce sexual conversations into a dialogue too early. It's too relaxed. He gets too relaxed. He gets too touchy feely. Before you get comfortable, here to do, he touching your booty, all kind of stuff, because y'all talking about sex. So y'all primed and ready. I say don't go there. Don't go there. Do you think women that have had a lot of partners end up alone? Huh. Not necessarily. I think women who have had a lot of partners, they're harder to please. I think women who have had a lot of partners, um, they don't find contentment very easily. It's like it's always something else to try. There's something else better than what I got out here. I know there's something better than that. So it's that sort of thing with women who have had a lot of partners. I just find that they're not they're not they're not satisfied. So if they're single, it's because they're just not satisfied with anything that they get. The more partners you have, the less satisfaction you experience. And that's what it is. Hoes always get married. I don't know if hoes always get married. I don't know about that. Women who are about their agenda and feel that marriage is about their agenda, those are the ones that get married. A hoe, per se, gets married? I don't know about that. Women don't bond after too many partners. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. The bonding process, it is a challenge. The more partners you have, and with men too. Especially these men who are into soliciting prostitutes and the porn and all that stuff. Men who watch porn are just notoriously hard. You can't please them. There's nothing you could do, unless you're screwing a donkey or something like that. Those type of men are their threshold for excitement and being turned on is higher than anything you're coming with when you take off your clothes. Okay? There's nothing in you undressing that's going to get a man who is used to seeing stuff on porn to get hard. That's going to do you can't satisfy him. He's always going to be looking at something other than you. and wanting something else other than you, and other people other than you, and other apparatuses other than you. Okay, all kind of stuff. There was somebody on some chick on my Facebook that commented that her ex boyfriend he watched animal porn or something like that. He was such a porn addict. He started watching animals and stuff. I'm like, good Lord, have mercy, Jesus, have mercy. There ain't nothing you can do with that. When you're dating multiple men at a time, it's harder to bond with each of them. Yes, you don't. You don't, because you're not giving you said stop it. It's true though. It's true. You don't bond with anybody, and this is why women would advise you to date several men, because you don't get attached to any one person. You don't put your proverbial eggs in one basket, and get all caught up emotionally in one. So the cure for that, for not getting caught up and becoming a pawn emotionally, or used or whatever, or manipulated, is by having multiple men, and that way, your feelings are spread out. One bother you, you jump to the other, and nobody gets the real you. Nobody gets authentic you. Nobody gets it. So, I can see how that solves the problem of being used, but then it creates a whole another problem of you're not building any quality relationships either. So, do I agree with what? What was your question? Let me scroll up. I don't see your question. My husband started at 12. Just be real. You said your husband started what at 12? Watching porn? Started what? Or started having sex at 12? Oh, Lord. I tried that with a man. He would not stop. Faith, you tried what with a man? You tried watching porn with a man? What did you try? Rosemary. That's a tactic men use to not bond with women. Constant multiple partners. Bingo. Bingo. That's what it is. You can't create a bond. There's no intimacy there, because nobody's investing their whole selves in anybody. That's the unfortunate truth, and we pay the price in the end. We pay the price in the end. Everybody regrets when they make these decisions. You wind up regretting in the end. Talk to these older men. Talk to older women, and talk to the older men. You sitting in your rocking chair waiting on your SS check, and ain't nobody coming to check for you. Because you slung it all through your good years, and you didn't prepare for later on, when nobody will want to smell your pissy drawers and all that. You didn't prepare for later. So there's that. Women dating multiple dudes at the same time. Do I agree with that? I don't think it's necessary, honestly. Um, the point of dating multiple dudes is so that you're not attached emotionally to just one, which would reduce the chances of you being used. And in one regard, yes, it does, but in the other, it's like you don't really build, a genuine relationship with anybody. I don't think you necessarily have to date several people to stay emotionally balanced. The problem is you pick when you have sex. If you just keep your legs closed, you'll remain smart. You'll remain conscientious. Your level of reasoning remains very high when you don't engage in the sexual part of it. The problem is the whole discernment and everything, practicality and all that stuff goes out though, when you have sex with the dude, you know? So that's why I said you got to push back the sex conversation. You got to push back the act of sex as far away from you as possible while you're getting to know this person. So you don't have to date multiple men to keep yourself grounded. Just don't keep your legs closed. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's right, Alyssa. Just find balance within yourself. Hi, Rosemary. Only older men with money should try dating younger women over the age of 18. Is that right? I like what you said in your other lives about him liking you more. Less butterflies and emotional rubbish. I really like that idea. Treat it like a business. Well, it is a relationship is an exchange of it's an exchange of value. It is. So he's getting a beautiful woman, maybe. That's what you are. You're getting resources and protection and commitment or whatever. It's an exchange. He's there to get something from you and you're there to get something from him. But you don't give what you have before you get what it is you need as a woman, because the likelihood of you being left without anything is extremely high. Why? Because men could have sex all day, every day, twice on Sunday, with women he doesn't like, he's not attracted to, he has no intentions of doing anything for. So because men are wired that way, where they don't have a conscience when it comes to what's swinging between their legs, you have to protect your interests. And you got to understand, listen, you having sex with a man is not going to win his heart, so to say. You having sex with a dude is not going to win his heart, because men can walk away. Men walk away from good pee all day, every day, and twice on Sunday too. There's plenty of women who have outstanding super soakers, clamshell, tight like whatever. You know what it is, and there's still somebody's ex out there. So that the sex doesn't really seal the deal. He usually knows if he likes you or not, even before he screws you. Even before he screws you, he knows if he likes you as a person. So that right there, giving that up, hoping that he'll like you afterwards, because you don't really think he's into you beforehand. If you sensing the dude ain't into you before you have sex, the answer to that is not to have sex with him. You're just you're chasing him away faster when you do that. You're just chasing him away faster. Sex doesn't bring a man to you. It really doesn't. It really does not. Men do it all day, every day, with women they like, women they don't like, women who are very skilled, and women who are not, women who are lousy in bed. Men screw all these women. They screw all types of women. And guess what? They nut. They nut in all of them. They nut in the girl who was bad in bed. They nut in the girl who was good in bed. They nut in the girl who smelled like fish. They nut in the girl who smelled like water. They nut in the girl who's pretty. They nut in the girl who's ugly. They nutting in everybody. Okay? They are nutting in everybody. So keep your sex closed. Keep your sex closed. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal maker or a breaker. Your sex ain't a deal maker or a breaker. That's how you got to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. They have no standards. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And look at the climate today. Look at the climate today. You have somebody like Malik Yoba now, which who didn't like him back in the days of New York Undercover? I sure liked him, with his dry lip self. I like me some Malik Yoba. And now he's a poster child for, trans love. for trans love. He's claiming that he's still heterosexual, but he likes men who've changed into women who still got ding-a-ling and balls. That's what he's saying. They're no different than natural women. Is what he's saying. They deserve love and get the stigma out of it and stuff like that too. And this is supposed to be a heterosexual man. So there's that. There's that. So you gotta find out all of that. You gotta be an investigator. You gotta take your time and find out all of that. Like what we dealing with? What's your vices? What do you want to do? What are your fantasies? And you can't you can't say it in a interrogating way. You got to be playful with it. You got to be like, so what you ever wanted to do something like real wild, like something if people knew, they'll go, this nigga crazy. Like you ever wanted to do something in there that was so wild that you couldn't tell nobody about it? And he go, well, yeah. So what was it? What was it? Like tell me what was like something that is so against the norm that you always wanted to do. And you smile and you giggle like like you getting ready to tell him something too. And he was like, well, there was this dog. There was this dog around the block. And you got to be cool now, cuz when he drop it on you, what he like, you can't be like, motherfucker. You can't do that. You got to be like, for real? And in your mind, be like this. You got to be a track star in your mind, but you got to keep your cool. You got to keep your cool. When he said, well, there was this dog, when I was 15, I fucked my neighbor's dog. And you got to go, word. I wanted to do that too. So how did it feel? You got to get him to talk. Because it might be something else even besides that. It might be something else besides that shit. I'm telling you what I've heard. These are stories that I've heard. I've heard chicks talk about dudes that have done shit. Dudes that they're in relationships with that have done crazy shit like that. I'm telling you, people do wild stuff out here. There are men who have screwed farm animals. I used to live in the South for a lot of years, and I heard the stories, the Southern stories too. Screwing goats in their backyard and all kind of stuff too. People into some stuff. People into some stuff, okay? So you got to keep you cool when they admit it. You go, word, and you just smile and you like, motherfucker. In your head, you got to go. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Your only job in the beginning of a relationship is to find out everything you can about the dude you with. You got to know what level of psycho you are dealing with. That is your job. Not just to have fun, right? Not just to be wined and dined. You want to get in his head. You want to know how he ticks. You want to know what level is he a woman beater? You need to find out all of this. You need to watch. You need to be a watcher. You don't need to be worried about feeling good and getting gifts. That's the last thing on your mind. Like, dude, I want to know if I want to see you got dirt under your nails. Like, do you smell? How well you wash your butt? Do you bathe every day? Are you responsible? You pay your bills on time? Like, you got to be looking at all of that stuff. How do you handle stress? How do you handle pressure? Like, you have some people that when the seasons change, they go crazy too. Like, certain people don't handle winter well. They be suicidal. I've seen this. Like people trip up. Like, there's certain times of the year when they need to be medicated. Certain times of the year they need to be medicated. All right? You need to look for that. Queen Afua said you got to walk with somebody all 4 seasons to know what you got. Winter, spring, summer, fall. That's Bible. That's a biblical level quote right there. You need to see how they handle in the summer, because some people turn into hoes in the summer. Some people turn suicidal in winter. Some people get busy and productive in the fall. Hello, you you have to see all of that. It's not just about how he looked. It's not just about how he dressed. It's not just about the compliments he give you. That is the last thing on your mind. You accept them. You accept the gifts. You want to be taken out nice places. You don't want him to take you to no drive through fat burger drive through or something like that. That ain't what you getting all dressed up for, to go to no drive through. But your goal is to get to know him, not feel good about him. Your goal in dating is not to feel good about him, is to get to know him. Hello. Hello. A hot girl summer? Yeah, well, we have that now too. Have mercy, the hot girl summer got people caught out here too. People getting caught out here too with that. Get that heart chakra right for yourself, ladies. You better. You better. Sometimes I feel depressed during the winter. And look, who's this? Lede or whatever. She just admitted that, I think it's a girl, that they get depressed during winter. This happens to a lot of people. They call it the winter is the death months, and a lot of people get kind of dysfunctional during that time. Real dysfunction. It's like some people, it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. You need to ride it out. You need to see how they handle that. Like how deep do you go? Like, how depressed do you get? Do you get this dysfunctional? Do you lose your job? Can you work? Can you function? What do you gain 20 pounds? Like, what happens to you? I need to know what I'm working with. I need to know what I'm working with. Okay, you're a woman. Okay. Winter can be depressing though, but stay positive. I get lazy in the summer. See, there you go. Some people get lazy in the summer. Some people, their sexual appetites increase during the summer. Some people eat more during the summer. It's all kinds of stuff. January is the most suicidal month. Yes. Yes, it is. How do we deal with that? How do we deal with that? So there's so much to know. When you're dating a guy, there's so much to find out. There's so much you need to see, and the process doesn't have to be arduous. It doesn't have to be laborious. It could be really fun getting to know somebody, and all the while you're just praying that it ain't something that you find out that you absolutely can't deal with. Hopefully he doesn't have any deal breakers in his DNA. Hopefully there's no deal breakers in his DNA, and you can move forward. The point is, nobody's perfect, right? Neither are you. Nobody's perfect. So there's that. Take some vitamin D. Cod liver oil works for that. For what, depression? I eat a lot of fruits, veggies, fish during the winter. That's good. My appetite increases in the winter. Mine, I wouldn't say mine increases during the winter. I think I'm a summer eater. Like, I get down in the summer. Give me that. Give me that. I take that too. I'm always munching in the summer because I'm feeling happy. A full belly makes me happy. So there's that. Let's see. Men are just con artists. Don't be insecure. That's a con man's dream. Well, what is the truth here? The truth is that women are just as much con artists as men. And anybody can turn into a con artist if you show that you are vulnerable, agreeable, compliant to a fault. Everyone has to be taught boundaries. All of us on this live, anybody who's dating anybody, needs boundaries. Why? Because people naturally will want to take advantage of you if you don't have boundaries. It's natural for someone to seduce you, to control you. If you say, "Here I am, do whatever you want with me." There is nobody alive that you could say, "Here I am, whatever you want to do with me, you could do." And they go, "Well, I'll have a conscience. I won't ask for 10 when I only need a 2." Nobody's going to do that. If you say, "Here, take all of my money," that's exactly what they're going to do. If you say, "I'm allotting you $200 and you can't spend more than that," then you're saying, "Okay, there's a condition here, and I can't I can't overstep that." And they'll either respect that or try to get another 100 out of you, or whatever the case is. But if you say, "Here's my bank account, whatever you want to take out of it, you can," you get wiped out. Whether the person's a con artist or not, you not having boundaries turns everybody into a con artist. Everybody. So you have to show people and teach people how to behave with you. That's just the nature of it. Yeah, I'm going to spend more time with myself. So much to learn. Yeah, man. So be fascinated with you. I fascinate myself. I crack my own self up. I feel that I'm funny to me. I like my company. I enjoy my company. And I know everybody's personality is different. Some people are social butterflies. Some people really thrive in environments where there are other people around. So, it's that's not going to fit for everybody, but it's always better that you have a solid sense of yourself, so that when you get into a relationship and somebody tries to convince you to do something, you're so self-aware that you go, "Oh no, that's not what I do." And you don't have a second thought about it. Like if somebody says, they're giving you all the, "Okay, he's going to do this. You are so rooted in who you are that you go, not even 2 seconds. That's not me. That's not what I do." You need to be that way. You need to know yourself so that you know what's right and wrong for you. And nobody can convince you to do anything outside of that. People think I'm cold when I don't feel sorry for people who put themselves in positions to get used. People think you're cold, so that you lack empathy. Why would someone think that you lack empathy for people who put themselves in positions to be used? Unless you hold up a banner and say, "I don't give a shit." you know, are you doing that? We got to learn how to politic, y'all. Everybody doesn't need to know that you feel indifferent about certain things. Like, I know we want to be sovereign and have a right to feel what we want and all that kind of stuff. But you don't want to alienate yourself, especially the people that you got to see or you got to work with every day and that sort of thing. I have a client who just lost a job because, she's asserting herself, and they let her know, "Listen, this is, you ain't in no position to assert. You're not in no position to assert. Y'all got to learn how to smile and kiss babies." Don't I say this all the time? You got to learn how to smile and kiss babies when the situation, the scenario calls for it. Everybody doesn't need to know how you feel about everything. Everybody doesn't need to know. There are a lot of things uh, that I feel about certain things that I don't advertise that. That ain't for nobody to know. Like, knowing that ain't gonna benefit me. You're not gonna feel any better about me. You're not gonna trust me anymore if you know it. So you got to weigh out, like, what you're revealing and what you're not, and what's the end goal. Like, if I say this, what's going to be the end goal? What am I trying to do here? Am I trying to alienate myself? Because some of y'all do that. Some of y'all do that, and it's a setup that way because the universe don't want you to be dependent on outside people for your happiness. The universe wants us to look within and strengthen self. Yes, you want to do that. And on the flip side of that, no man is an island. You are here in the world. You live in a society. You have to work around people. You have to live around people. That means you have to interact with people as well. You can't be 100% honest with everybody all of the time because you won't have any friends. Your boss will fire you. And, you'll be indigent, destitute, living like a troll underneath the bridge somewhere. So you can't say everything that you feel or express everything that you feel all of the time. It's unnecessary. If the goal is is for you to be you and you just want to be you 100% of the time, you know how your life has to be set up in order to do that? You really really got to be self-sufficient. And as uncouth as Trump is, there's certain things he can't say. He ain't saying everything he want to say, although it seems like it. Even he ain't saying everything he want to say. You have to politic, y'all. I help my older sister with her children, and she constantly allowed men to use her for sex, so I no longer feel sorry for her when it comes to men. Oh, okay, so this is your sister, and it's your older sister. Okay, so you help her with her children. So I'm trying to figure out, she wants you to feel sorry for her and her relationship choices. In what way does she want you to express sorry? Is what I want to know. Will she wants you to cry with her or something? Like, what? Are you scolding her? Are you telling her she's a slut? What are you saying? When I was a hermit, I lost my social skills and had to learn this. Yeah, you got to. You got to because the wealth and vitality that you want to experience in this life that you're living right now involves other people. It's not just you yourself and you. It does involve other people. So you got to learn. It's got to be a balance of you getting what you want and also giving people what they want in order to get what you want from them too. All of those things come into play. I don't express out loud. I just don't care to listen to them. Change the subject in my eyes or I walk away. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean that's the way you're handling it, and that's just it, I guess. If you've told her before and she doesn't take your advice, there's nothing you can do about it. She doesn't respect your opinion for whatever reason, and that's just that. So there's nothing you can do. Your voice is in my head. You have to learn to conjure and be intentional with everything you say and do. Yes, you do. Yes. I like that you remember that. That's what we have to do. Listen, UGC girls, you have to do that. You can't be, you know, emotional to the point where you're not aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of what's being said to you. You're not aware of what people's doing and that's that sort of thing. Ugly girls must understand that the percentage of manipulation that will come your way is extremely high. I keep saying this all the time. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. People are going to come. They try to do it to me. I'm like, really? Come on now, girl. You really going there? But they try. They try. And this is just what it is. So you prepare for it. You don't take it personal. Don't even take it personal. You really, I laugh at a lot of this stuff. You really got to chuckle a little bit and say, okay, well, let me yank your chain. Let me wrap this chain around your neck and choke you a little bit, so let you know who's the boss. And you do that, and you get on with things. But the percentage of the probability of somebody coming in your space who wants something for nothing is going to be extremely high. That's just how the cookie crumbles around here. Kaya says what's on her mind, and she built a career from it. And you're not Kaya, and Kaya's not as big as she could be either. So it is what it is. Are you a performer? Because the shits and giggles and the that delivery and all that stuff works because it's entertainment. She's an entertainer. So she's gonna attract people who like all that bravado and stuff like that because she's entertaining people. But Kaya, as a person that she is outside of what you see on the screen, is totally different. I met Kaya too. It's different. She's a really spiritual person outside of what's on the screen. So come on, y'all. We could exceptions all over the place. There's exceptions all over the place, but you still you gotta make it in this world. You gotta make it in this world. So I'm 21, never had a boyfriend nor been on a date. Every time the day comes, they have an excuse or they say, I wish we could have hung out together when it's long distance. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So you're planning so your dates are long distance? Like, what's long distance? Are they an hour away or, and why are all your dates long distance, Lauren? Who are you attracted to? Like, what's your type? Yeah, I heard she's spiritual. Yeah, Kai is very spiritual. That stuff you see on TV, it's for TV. She's a Scorpio like me. So we got one face there, but this it's always something deeper. It's always something deeper than the surface. No, dates aren't hard. They aren't. So Lauren, I'm waiting on you to respond. What is going on? Never been on a date and they're all canceling. You got to get somebody closer then. She's a regular grandma in real life. It's awesome how she exaggerates her personality for her coin. Yeah, she's a grandma. She's a loving woman, and as potty mouth as she is, you ain't never heard nobody talk about they ran through or anything like that. You don't never hear that in all the years she been out here motor mouthing. You ain't never heard her caught up in nobody's scandal though. As far as I know, I never heard it. I never heard it. So Toni Braxton looks good in that thumbnail. She looks outstanding in the thumbnail. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she would do, you know, a spread like that. For someone in her stature, it's unnecessary. But we got the hot girl summer thing. We got to show that we still got it. And I guess that's her way of showing she still got it. Totally unnecessary, but hey, it is what it is. You a Scorpio too? Who's that? Zawatu? All right, Scorpio in the house. Why you can't get a boyfriend? Facts. I always like Kaya. I like Kaya too. Very witty, and she knows herself. She would be an example of someone who's self-aware. Like she doesn't do anything outside of what she does, of what she's comfortable with. She knows her lane, and she doesn't veer off from it. You know, and that's that. Midlife meltdown. Toni Braxton. I don't know. I just feel like I said in the previous live with Toni, I feel like her stature, uh, the stature that she had or has, the what she did with the pick in the bathroom, just It didn't match. But also her getting with Birdman didn't match either. So I'm like, I don't know if she's shopping for another Birdman level, uh, you know, dude who's chasing hairy balls on the weekend. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I didn't get that either. To me, her level, a woman on her level could have easily married a prime minister somewhere. Like how what's the other chick from the Players Club? What's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Who married a prime minister too. She became a first lady. What's her name? Yeah, Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray became a first lady, but that fell apart, and I think he beat her up or something like that too. That was a mess. But you know, Tony should be a first lady of some country somewhere. I'm like Birdman, and like who's she gonna get afterwards? And I'm like, you have sons, you have teenage sons that got to be around their friends, knowing their mom is on social media showing her boobies and in her underwear and stuff. I'm like, come on. So there's that. But she is beautiful though. She making 51 look like 22. She is beautiful, straight up and down. I can see Tony marrying a wealthy Arab. Yeah, I could see that too. I could see that too. You know, so but the industry is what it is, and sex sells, and being sexy sells, and she'll get more downloads just because of a picture like that. She'll get a coin. It's what people want to see. So if you got it flaunted, as they say, that's what the industry is. It's what it is. The only thing is the young women are impressionable, and young women are looking at this like, okay, well, that's what I got to do too. So it's like a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. Young women are going to look at that and mimic that. And then you're going to have, you know, then there's that. Then there's a residue of that. My B-Day is coming up on the 20th. Send me best wishes, please. Oh, okay. The 20th of this month? Or mine is the 20th of November. Young girls are going to be food regardless. Okay. John says I have great lips. You guys always say that. You guys always come here saying that. Thank you, by the way. I always get the great lips compliment. I need to get a t-shirt. I have great lips. You're in November too? My username. What's your date? November what? November Scorpios are better than October Scorpios. I must say. I gotta say that. October Scorpios are crazy. October Scorpios are freaks. Those are the freaks of the Scorpios. October, not November. You knew I was Scorpio? How? How do you feel about the theory of women going through a whole phase to figure out what they want from men? How do I feel about that? I've heard that theory before. I don't understand the logic in it, because do they figure out after they hold around and sleep around what they want, and once they figure out what they want, do they get it? You go through the whole phase. Do you come out of that? Supposedly you go through a whole phase, and you gain knowledge. You gain knowledge, right, of whatever. And then do you go on to actually get what it is you want? I don't know. I just see it as women getting ran through. You're just getting ran through. A lot of mistakes, a lot of wasted slime, a lot of wasted slime, a lot of wasted nuts, just to come out and have to look for look for what you were looking for before. I don't get it. I don't get it. Again, it's a whole culture, and the promotion of it. They're making up all kind of ideologies around it. Like, you're supposed to do that because then we're not designed for the kind of beating the kind of dick beatings that we get, that women put themselves through. Your body is not designed for this stuff. It's just not. You're going against the laws of nature. It's just not designed for the kind of beating up that we do. That's the thing. If you don't have wisdom, it's pointless. I am mixed. Your name is killing me. I am mixed. You a Virgo? My daughter's a Virgo. My daughter's birthday is on the 18th. On the 18th. How tall are you, Salkis? Would you date a guy who's 4'11"? I'm 5'10". I would not. Most of the men I've dated were shorter than me, but I would not date somebody who's not 5 feet tall. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I had always dreamed of getting somebody as tall as my father was. My father was 6'3". Never happened. Oh, there was that one guy that I said was the monster. I lovingly call him the monster. He was like a linebacker. He was big like the mountain on Game of Thrones. Huge, huge dude. I was crazy about him. But outside of him, couldn't get anybody hardly ever my height. So there's that. 7 years. Oh my God. 7 years what? She did not need that. She can do better. Who y'all talking about? Megan Thee Stallion is paid by the white Jews to promote Jezebel behavior. Listen, chicks are making coins off of their sexuality. That is real. It is real, but there's a price to pay when you leave with your sexuality. There's an expiration date. The shit expires like milk. It expires like milk, y'all. It's a here today, gone tomorrow thing. The vixen archetype. Listen, y'all see these old starlets, back in the days, Elizabeth Taylor and Lauren Bacall and Marilyn Monroe and all these people, and when you hear their backstories and all the misery they used to go through, how they used to get ran through by industry dudes and all the stuff they had to do for the coin. Man, these women were broken on the back end, but you didn't see that because they look beautiful. But they were like just a shell of themselves. You don't know what these women are doing behind closed doors and with these producers when they signing these deals. You think, oh, she's living her best life because she's making a couple of dollars, and you don't know who she's on her knees for. And this is how the industry is. There is nobody who gets any limelight, any exposure without doing some sort of ritual. Nobody gets to jump over that hurdle. All of them are signing their name in blood. This is how the industry is. This is how the industry is. Exactly. Guys need to stop worrying women about the height thing. I don't know why the height thing is not really an issue. Like I said, short men is not an issue. But I ain't dating nobody who look like a 2-year-old. Like, come on, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. He doesn't have to be 6'3", but he can't be 4'11" either. Roy said he's 6'3". You 6'3"? Roy, you all of 6'3"? All right, Roy. Sound like you got your weight up. Marilyn Monroe's story was so tragic, but people didn't see past her baby doll face. Yeah, she had low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. She was passed around, passed through, passed under, all of that. All of that. And it was funny because her preference in men, she liked older men. She didn't even like men her age. She liked men who were intelligent, established, intelligent, and it was usually, the older men back then. So somebody 20 years older than her is that was her taste. That's what she liked. But they used her. They used her. People don't want to believe what you have to do, things in the industry. No, they believe that, just have talents. All you got to do is have talent and work hard, and you'll get to the top. No. Stars are made. Stars are manufactured. They pick who's going to win awards. They've already picked who's going to win awards next year and the year after that. And the whole thing is rigged. The whole thing is rigged. Why do you think a lot of these entertainers go crazy? Why did Kanye West end up in a psych ward? Why did Lauryn Hill went crazy too? When Lauryn Hill was at her height, it was really nobody. She took all the Grammys. Everything was Lauryn. There wasn't no. I don't even remember who else was out at the time. Like, who else was rapping around the time when Lauryn uh dropped that Miseducation album? It was like nobody else around. Full court press. And then she wound up emotionally unstable too. That's what the industry does. That's what it does. Even Cardi B, was it last year or the year before? I saw some footage of her talking about she didn't want to be in the industry no more, and she was talking about the Illuminati and how there's a bunch of devils in there. They see shit, and they were asked to do things and participate in things and rituals and stuff to keep their mouth shut, for to have their record spins, to make the money, to have the fortune and stuff. They pay the price. Listen, y'all on the outside always thinking something is free. Everything costs. Everything costs. And the thing is, the devil does the deal. The devil don't take your soul. The devil asks you for your soul. He goes, listen, I want your soul in exchange for this. The devil ain't even coming at you trying to get a freebie. The devil follows natural law. It's us fools out here that don't do that. These fool ass niggas out here always want something for nothing. And even the devil goes, you can get this for that. The devil follows natural order, natural law. Okay? So these people sell their souls. They sell their souls. They give it willingly. Antonio Brown, false allegation. Thank you for the donation. Antonio Brown, all those stars on drugs. There's a lot of them on drugs. There's a whole bunch. Drugs are a part of it. Drugs are a part of it. Getting involved with that Marley guy messed her up too. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that, but it seemed like she might have got caught up in the whole natural mystic, natural earthy, that we're gonna change the world kind of thing. And he pumped her full of babies. It was like at one point it's just one after the next, one after the next, after the next, and all of that. And they broke up anyway. I don't know if she initiated it, or was it him. Was it her that broke up with him, or did he leave her or something? I'm not even sure. But she really wasn't the same. Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Let me see. I appreciate your content even when you're talking about fish. Fish, germs, and slime grosses me out, but it needs to be heard and noted. Well, thank you, Yvonne. I really enjoy grossing us out, because we need to have that. We need to have that. Modern automotive clickbait. What are you talking about, clickbait? You just jump on and you talking about clickbait. I'm woosahing today. I'm not even going to get all in that. She's bad with money. She filed bankruptcy twice. Who, Lauren Hill? Lauren Hill filed bankruptcy. I think for the most part, Lauren comes from a space of she's sort of anti-establishment kind of thing. You know, she comes from that space. So she's just not about this thing. Sort of like how maybe how Prince was. You know, he died without a will and all that stuff too. He just didn't have all the ducks in a row. Didn't care about certain things. There's certain entertainers that just don't care about certain things. You know, they're just there to entertain. Mr. Wright, you give 5 and 10. Oh, so you give me $5.10 because I'm 5'10"? Come on now. Come on now. Up that thing. I'm outstanding. I need more than $5.10. You be playing games, Mr. Wright. Mr. Logical, how tall are you? Buy broke brokely disgusting, want a teen girl but poorly broke? Who? What do you think of women who wait for guys to sow his oats? You mean wait for him to play the field? You waiting on him to marry you, but you letting him play the field while you wait? So are you putting yourself on hold, waiting on him? That means you're not dating anybody else while he sows his oats? Now that part I don't believe in. I don't believe in taking yourself off the market for anybody who doesn't put a ring on your finger. You don't take yourself off the market as a girlfriend or anything other than a wife. That's the only time you take yourself off the market is when you are actually a wife. A girlfriend, you're still a free agent. You're a rent-a-center chick. Your vagina is like rent-a-center. We already established this in the last live. Your vagina is a rent-a-center as a girlfriend. He's renting you until he can get the furniture he wants. Hello. That's it. So you don't wait. No, I'm trying to date. Oh, okay, so you're talking about you. You said he's dating and you're waiting on him and you're dating at the same time? I'm trying to figure out. You're waiting on him and you're dating at the same time? I mean, you could peek in every now and then, see what he's doing, but you don't put your life on hold. You don't put your life on hold. Women, don't waste your time. We don't have time to waste. Men have their whole lives to figure out what they want, who they want to do it with, and all that kind of stuff. Time for them is different. Time for us, there's a certain amount of time that we're fertile, a certain amount of time that you're pretty, a certain amount of time that you can get what you need to get. You can't sit on the sidelines waiting 5 years for a dude to get all the nuts out his nutsack and then realize you the one. Don't do that. Don't do that. Salkis, what advice would you give a girl in college for dating relationships? Um I would say if you found someone, a guy who is serious about you and wanted to marry you and you're in college, I would say consider it. Instead of waiting 4 years or 5 years or whatever until you're graduating, I would say consider it, especially if he's training and he's going to have a good job once he graduates. You see that he's conscientious. You see that he already shows responsibility. He comes from a good home and he helps you out now with whatever little bit he's getting. He's actually helpful to you now. Then lock that in. Lock that in. If you're gonna date, just don't have sex with these dudes. Don't be date. Sex should not be a part of dating, y'all. Sex should not be a part of this thing called dating. Dating should just be fun. You go out somewhere, you experience new stuff together, new places together and stuff like that. Things that you may not be able to afford to experience on your own, or have never done. That's what the dating life should be. Not revolving around this thing called sex when you're not committed. Because dating is not a commitment. And you putting your life at risk. You opening your vagina, like I said, for a turkey sub, with extra cheese on it. Y'all don't get me started. Salkis, do you think it's good that slim guys like big girls? You can like whoever you want. You can like whoever you want. I mean, everyone likes what they like. You know, if you are with a woman who is big, who wants to lose weight, and you convince her not to, I think that's where I have the problem. Like, if she feels for health reasons or whatever, or just feeling good about herself, that she wants to change, and you discourage her from that, then that's where I have an issue, because women are discouraged from improving themselves, to be, you know, sexually turned on, to be able to sexually turn on the men that they're with. And a lot of women disregard their health just to be sexually attracted to the men they're with. That part I don't like. That part I don't like. Tall men are overrated, played out, antiquated. The future is short men under 5 feet tall. Are you under 5 feet, Mr. Logical? Are you trolling now? Are you really under 5 feet? We have less of a carbon footprint. Wow. All right, y'all. He putting his ad in. He's putting his ad in. There's nothing I could do for you. I can't. 5 feet is my cutoff. You gotta be at least 5 feet. You're 4'11". Shit, you better get you a Jada Pink. I think Jada Pink is 4'11". You need to find one of them. You need to find one of them. I can't go no shorter than 5'6". I couldn't do it. I couldn't look at no dude any shorter than 5'6". Like that. That would be the absolute. Unless you Tom Cruise or some shit, then I would consider. Then I would consider. I prefer guys who are at least 6 feet. Okay. I don't. The height thing is overrated in a sense. I think, to have stipulations that he has to be taller than you and that sort of thing. Get over that, because a lot of these dudes that are shorter, you know, they have height in other places. Wink. You'll be surprised. A lot of these tall dudes are disappointing. They are disappointing when things are revealed. They are. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't count the shorties out. But I'm sorry, Mr. Logical. I can't do 4'11" is nothing we could do for you here. There's nothing we could do for you here. But short dudes got something to prove, and they got equipment to prove it with. They do. So don't discount them. Don't say, "Oh, he's shorter than me." Don't do that. I'm 6'2", and I never be with a female who thinks height is important. Well, there it is. There it is. I'm only 5 feet. I like them tall. Short women always seem to get the tall guys for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about. Tall women never get tall men. Like, never. It's always the short. girls, 5 foot girls that get these tall guys. I don't know. I don't know. But if you were going, if you're going to do like match yourself sex with sexual reflexology and dealing with anatomy, tall should be with tall because they're designed to quote unquote fit. The extremities and everything are a match. So you got to look at somebody like the length of his arms and legs, torso, hand, feet, all says how well he fits with you. I have long fingers. That means that I'm long. That means that things are long and I have long bony fingers at that. So everything is narrow on me. I have long arms, long legs, that sort of thing. So somebody who also is long would be a match. Now there are short men who have long arms, long legs. The torso is not that long, but the extremities are long, and that would still be a match. So there's certain things you can also look for physically to make sure things fit. The shortest guy I've ever dealt with was 5'8". He was lucky. He spoke Spanish. Okay. All right. I think it's easy to get a man, but to get a man that I want is hard. But then again, the thought of having someone constantly in my life makes me cringe a little. It makes you cringe? Why? Why, Lady B? My dad called my long fingers piano fingers. I was told I had piano fingers too. I was told by somebody that I should play the piano as an instrument because of my fingers. So I think women should give men ultimatums for marriage. Men need to be pushed to do to do things since they don't have a biological clock. Well, your pushing is the push would just be your requirement and really stating what you're looking for. The space that you're in your life right now, you're looking to be a life partner with somebody. And you just state that it doesn't have to be an ultimatum, like putting your foot down. You just letting them know, and you maneuver with that in mind. Like every decision you make it has to have that as its foundation. You shouldn't be playing wife to nobody who isn't playing husband in your life, or isn't moving towards making it official with you. But a lot of women do. That's not the way to do it. You can't do ultimatums while you're giving somebody everything you have to offer. That's the thing. So it's not realistic or even responsible to compare the breeding patterns of colored boys with human men. It's apples and oranges. What are we talking about here? Colored boys and what? I'm totally lost. As long as the woman can't beat me, I'm cool. Okay. I see you playing Salkis. You see me playing. Playing what? So, thank you, King Sir. I appreciate you too. Rose, good thing about guys, your height is kissing is easy as lips, same level. Oh Lord. Y'all playing hookup on my live today. Everybody's flirting today. The hell? We doing matchmaking on this live today? Lord have mercy. Sharon, this is very true. Blacks are not just like us, and they have no business knuckle dragging. What? Committing crimes against innocent humans and animals? Y'all, what are we talking about here? I missed something. I'm 7'5" and I wear my Kiss outfit. All right, y'all. There's a lot of dudes on here trolling now. A lot of y'all trolling. I'm born in December. What's my Scorpio? If you're born in December, you're Sag. I'm confused too. What the hell just happened here? What are we talking about? Colored? Like, who's colored in here? Am I colored? I don't date Scorpios. I don't think anybody should date Scorpios. Scorpios are very hard to deal with. We are a special breed of complexities and craziness. Scorpios are hard to deal with, and I'm a Scorpio saying this. Scorpio men are scary. Although there's this one dude that I like, right? That I've liked for years. But it's like when you're two alike, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I dated a Scorpio man. They are crazy. I told you, Scorpios are crazy. I raised my hand first. How many times have I told y'all that I'm crazy? We are. We are. We are complicated. We get turned off by things easily. You don't ever know what we really thinking about anything. We're very secretive. And when we don't give a shit, we don't give a shit. That's it. When a Scorpio stops loving you, it's a wrap. You can't recover. You can't recover. Sag dude's crazy as well. I don't know about Capricorn. Who's that? Michael. What about Pisces? Pisces seem pretty cool. Pisces seem kind of laid back to me. I never heard anything bad about Pisces. Salkis Scorpios are not as bad as Sag men. I beg to differ on that. I have not met a woman yet who has dated a Scorpio man who had nice things to say about him. Not one. Not one. They've all been traumatized. They've all been traumatized. My baby brother is a Scorpio. He's very quiet at times, to himself, aloof. Yeah. Yeah. Scorpios are quiet, but we thinking. We always thinking about something. Always plotting on something. Oh my God, my humor is complex at times. Your humor is complex? Oh boy. You know anybody who says that, it means you're not funny, you're sarcastic and you're hurtful to people. That's what you are. You're very sarcastic. You're not funny. Scorpios are mass murderers. No, they're not. No, they are not. I think I saw a list of serial killers one time. Scorpio was not in it. I saw a Gemini. Who else I saw? Sag, Gemini. I saw everybody but Scorpio. Scorpios ain't killing nobody. We don't care enough about nothing to kill people over. No Scorpio killing nobody over nothing. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you, Tia. Salkis, how do you feel with gossip in the workplace? Oh my God, y'all. What do I tell y'all? Don't get into it. I know it's so easy to get sucked into office politics and all of that stuff, but it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. A lot of y'all, it just complicates things. Try your best to stay out of gossip. Or if the gossip comes to you, don't have no input. Don't have anything to add to it. Somebody comes to you with a story about somebody, you listen and go, "Oh, wow. Really? Wow. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, we'll get up. We'll get up later." And let that be that. But don't add anything. Don't have an opinion about anything, because the same person coming to you with the gossip is coming to somebody else about you. Y'all already know what it is. They just circulating your business around. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. So try your best not to get involved in it. Try your best. Like, shouldn't you be changing your diaper? Who we talking about here? Oh Lord. Most serial killers are Pisces? Really? Yes, I run away from coworkers that gossip. I act like I'm busy. That's what you need to do. Anytime they come with the shoo and the kiki, act like you busy. You running late for something. I'll catch you later. Because once you get into that loop, that gossip loop, then it's like they have you by the nuts. They'll have you by the nuts, and it's so easy to set you up and get you involved in mess, get you fired, and that sort of thing when you're dealing with office politics. I would stay as far away from that as possible. I would be the girl everybody goes to tell their secrets. That would be me. But I'm not adding to anything. I don't have an opinion about anything. You want to get it off your chest, you can come to me. But I don't have a rebuttal for you. I don't have an add-on for you. That's what I would do. Yes, no drama. No drama, no drama, no drama. Ain't nobody at work your friend, y'all. Ain't nobody at work your friend. Everybody at work talking about you. Everybody, including your supervisors, your bosses, all of that. Everybody's talking about you. That's what you need to assume. That is what you need to assume. Kevin did not understand humor. Nothing to do with trolling, bro. What's going on? What are we talking about here? I got fired for not being in gossip office politics. You got fired for it? How could you get fired for not being in gossip? How is that? So it would have to be your manager came to you with something and asked you, did you see something? Was that it? Your manager came and asked you if you saw something and you refused to say it? And that's how you got fired? Lily, I don't get approached like that. Salkis, I think you got some all right trolls in here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch today. It's a whole bunch today. Can you talk more about traits of Scorpio woman in a relationship? I'm a Scorpio rising and find that I see the off-putting behaviors of men I date easily that others don't notice. I get turned off. So you're a Scorpio rising. Well, as a Scorpio, I can only say, well, for me, I get turned off very easily by things. And that sometimes is good and sometimes it's bad, because there's a level of impatience there that I constantly have to check myself with. I have to reel it back in, and not make a final judgment on things. But it's so easy for me to go up, next, whatever. So there's that. Extremely observant to subtle things, subtleties, body language, uh, that sort of thing. Um, Great communicators, I feel. Scorpios are excellent communicators. Creative people too. Um, we feel like we are misunderstood a lot too. Like, people just don't get us. Like, we're just too complicated for everybody. Yeah, we're just too deep for everybody. That's what Scorpios feel as well. Um, but we make good friends, and we are loyal. I would say that a Scorpio is loyal as long as you don't cross them. When you do, I feel like Scorpios have a vindictive side that their revenge sort of lingers forever. Like a Scorpio ain't never done getting revenge. You know, when they're in a vengeful mode, like there's no off switch. There's no off switch. Like, it's done. So that's some of the traits that I know of with Scorpios. Speaking the truth about fecal skin folks does not a troll make. Wait a minute. Fecal skin folks? Who are you referring to? Mandy Lynn. Fecal skin folks? Am I one of the fecal skin folks you're talking about? Oh yeah, you gotta go. You got to go. How these people end up here is what I want to know. Yeah. So, working at a car auction inside the office, two good people quit a month apart. Took one girl to manipulate my supervisor and the coworker to not like me. I did not join in wanting to be a part. I don't get this thing. How would a supervisor let a coworker manipulate them into firing you? Listen, y'all have to develop relationships with management. Like the first, if you're going to befriend anybody, in an office setting, it's the one that hires you or the one who has the power to put your ass in timeout. You got to be bringing them Starbucks and listening to them problems or doing extra or whatever. You have to befriend the people that have the power, not these coworkers. That's what I would do if I was gonna do an office situation. I'm looking at who are the movers and shakers. Who are the people that can move me to another department or make my life difficult? Those are the first people I need to go and develop a relationship with. Those are the first. Those are the first. That's what I would do. Me and management would be on a first name basis. If I was in an office setting, that's I would make it my business to do that. Why would they be jealous of having skin color of human excrement? What? What the fuck is going on in here today? What is going on in here? Why do men prey on good women who would fall on a sword for them even if she's pretty and just need to be dusted off? Okay, wait a minute. Why would men prey on good women who have fallen a sword for him even if she's pretty and just needs to be dusted off? If you have no self-esteem, you will be eaten. You will be prey. It doesn't matter if you're beautiful. It doesn't matter if you would do anything for him. People don't respect people who do anything for them. People respect people who respect themselves. Okay? You don't get respect doing anything and everything someone asks you to do. That's not how you win respect. You win respect by having options. Didn't I tell y'all that before? A person who has options, a person who is here by choice. Not because there's no other choice for them, not because you're the last rodeo, the last show in town, not because she's had a hard life and can't get nobody else. She's here because she wants to be. That means she has the option to leave at any point in time she wants. That gives you power. That lets the other person know, well, if I don't behave myself, this person's going to walk away. If I don't compensate and give them what they need, they're not going to stick around because they don't have to stick around. So it's not in giving anybody anything that they want, especially things they didn't deserve. If you're falling on a sword for a man who won't do anything to reciprocate, that's a lack of respect. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're giving. Just because you give doesn't mean you're entitled to his respect. That's not how this thing works. That's why these quote unquote bitches are the ones that have men eating out the palm of their hand. Why does a bitch have a man eating out the palm of her hand? Because she is in a position where she has choice. At least on an emotional level, she is positions herself emotionally within the relationship to let him know, listen, you are expendable. This don't have to go no further than what it is. This can stop today. You can be replaced. And that's when the dudes behave themselves. Unfortunate but true. I'm a tourist. What do you think about us? I don't really have information. I'm not well versed in all of these signs. I heard that Taurus men are very good in bed though. I did hear that. I heard that Taurus men are disciplined. They're usually well accomplished in whatever endeavors they're doing, like, established, sort of. Very, very rare to find a Taurus who's like a bum and, highly big sexual appetites, love to eat, love to have sex, that sort of thing. That's what I've heard about y'all. I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I heard. I did hear that Taurus and Scorpios make a good match too. I did hear that. So there's that. Scorpios and Pisces are good together. Are they? Really? Hmm. That's the first. I don't know. I started asking management for an end of the night security to walk me to the car. They got tired of that and I got let go. Why did you Okay, so why did you ask management to escort you to your car? What were you afraid of? And they let you go for that? What were you scared of? What do you do? What do you do though if you're not spreading your legs? What do you do? When you say what do you do, is that all you do in a relationship is spread your legs? Like there's nothing else for you to do? I'm not sure the question. What do you do if you're not spreading your legs? You talk, you laugh, you joke, you go places. That's what you do. Experience things together. That's what you can do. Go to retreats and stuff like that. There's so much to do. We're here in America. We ain't in no third world country. Uh, would any of you let a man defecate inside of you for the right price? Hold on. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Uh, Daniel, listen, brother, brother Daniel, this is not that kind of channel. If you're looking for some Dubai hoes, this wouldn't be it. This would not be it. I don't want to assume here. I don't want to assume here, but I'm letting you know. So however you respond after I put you on notice that ain't what this channel is, then I'll know what to do there. Oh my God. Like really? Really? Yes, y'all need to order your love potions. Don't forget to order your love potions, your conjuring tools. The link is it's the first link in the description of this live. It smells outstanding and it comes with an actual mantra, a prayer to say with it, so that you can get into the practice of conjuring, centering yourself, focusing your mind on visualizing and all of that. It's outstanding. Y'all need to get it. Thank you, Tia. Salkis, you said you would pick a moderator, and I think your choice should be based on those who donate and are loyal viewers like me. Well, guess what I'm going to do? You're gonna be the first one. You're right. You are absolutely right about that. I like the suggestion. So you will be the first one after I get off this live. And you send me an email the last time wanting to be a moderator? If you didn't, send it to info@theuglygirlsclub.com and give me your YouTube handle. So I'll go on the back end and do all of that. A lot of trolls feel comfortable trolling Salkis. Are you doing something? Am I doing something, Rosemary? I'm not doing that. This is the channel is growing. More people are watching, so they come here and try. The problem is that there's more people watching now, so there's more chances of of stuff coming in. Y'all already know. I said this before. There's a certain assumption about black women. We're already over sexualized. Have I not said this to y'all? I'm not saying anything that I don't include myself in. I'm letting y'all be totally aware of what it is. There is an assumption that every black woman is hard up, ready for sex, desperate, wants seeking approval, want to be told they're beautiful and whatever. That's the assumption. So they come with it. They come with it. How does a woman gain self-esteem after being challenged by men? So self-esteem is really a choice. It's you walk with the decision already made in your mind that you're going to always do the best or make the best choice for yourself. That's how you build yourself back up. You build self-esteem by doing the right thing. By never again doing anything that you don't want to do and anything that's going against your bottom line. Anytime you lie to yourself, you destroy your self-esteem. Anytime you don't keep your word to yourself, you destroy your self-esteem. Anytime you allow anybody to convince you to do something you're not ready for, you weaken your own will. You weaken your own will. So you want to build yourself up? It's by saying no to what you need to say no to, following through on what you promised yourself you would do, making sure you can depend on your own self, because that's what builds confidence. When you don't lie to you, you become confident. You become self-assured. You learn to trust yourself, your own instincts, because you know you're never lying to you. You know that the person that you can count on is you, and you're making sure that you design your life in that way, that you always have follow through for what it is you say you're going to do for yourself. That is how you build up self-esteem. Self-esteem is destroyed by not following through on what you know you're supposed to do. Period. Point blank. That's it. That's it. Suckers, how do you deal with being the ugly sister? How do you deal with being the ugly sister? Well, when you say deal with it, do your sisters treat you badly? They treat you poorly? Like what are you going through? I keep telling her I will be one. Just be real. There's a lot of trolls in here today. Give me a little backstory on that. It must be MGTOW. Oh, you think MGTOW's in here? I don't have nothing against MGTOW. MGTOW is needed. You know, brothers need their support system too. You know, I'm just my only thing with MGTOW is don't be impregnating nobody. Don't pretend like you want to be in a relationship with anybody when that ain't really what you're about. If you're upfront with your agenda and the fact that you're not wifing nobody, you ain't gonna be common law wifing nobody. You know, you're not in it for the long haul. You're not taking care of anybody besides yourself. Then you be upfront and say that. I have no problem with MGTOW in that. Men going their own way. They don't want relationships anymore. It's too risky. It's too high risk and all that. That is perfectly fine. Then you need to find some dolls, some blow up dolls somewhere, and do what it is you do. Do what it is you do. or just, hire the prostitutes or whatever you got to do to get off, to relieve yourself. But don't pretend like you're giving women anything other than what's between your legs, because that's what you're saying. That's all you're saying you have to offer. That's fine as long as you're upfront with her. I have no problem with a man who's upfront about what they're gonna do and what they ain't gonna do. None whatsoever. I'm not for dudes. Rita said I belong to y'all, not the dudes. I'm attracted to myself, but I often refuse the moves I make on myself. Got a lot of weirdos in here. What's the question? Let me scroll back up. And this might be, I was asking Lola like what was going on with her sisters. My sister is tall and slim and I'm short and thick. Okay. So what I'm asking you is, do your sisters treat you poorly? Do you have a poor interaction in a relationship with them? Do they demonize you, degrade you for how you look? Because you're asking how to deal with being the ugly sister, and I want to know if they're treating you poorly, if it's coming from that. My sisters are very nice to me. Okay, so then that's how. So then you feel that way. That's how it's how you feel. How you feel about yourself is how you feel. It's not because you're being treated like a second class citizen in your life. Listen, if it's within your capacity to lose weight, I just did a live on that the yesterday. Then that's what you should do. If you feel like you don't like the way you look and it's something that you can change to improve your self-esteem and your outlook on yourself, then you should do that. Then you should do that. If for whatever reason it is what it is and you can't or you won't change, then you have to come to terms with this is the body that's showing up. This is what I have to work with, and that's it, and that's all. Um, and I would say, amongst my sisters coming up, I was the big one. I have two blood sisters. I'm the oldest of three sisters. I have a brother as well. I was the big girl out the bunch. Out of both my sisters. My two youngest sisters, they could swap clothes. I was always jealous because they could swap clothes, they could swap shoes. I have a size 12 foot. I was at the time, at the height of my bigness, I was in a size what 14, 16, something like that. Everybody was petite and cute. I was the big sloth, you know, and that's just how it played out. I was the one that I wasn't, I had problems with my shape and that sort of thing, but it wasn't that my sisters treated me any differently. It was me, my self-esteem, me not feeling adequate, me wishing like, why I have to end up like this? Everybody look good, everybody's proportioned and everything, and I'm struggling here. I'm overweight, and I'm just big. I'm just big, big, big. I had to come to terms with who I was and fix what I could fix. Stop eating certain things, lost weight, went to the gym. Everything's all right. Now we all the same size. Now we all the same size. So you got to do what is within your power to fix. You fix it. That's the only way. That's the only way. And whatever you can't fix, come to terms with it. It is what it is. This is how God made you, and go forth into the world and do whatever it is. Do whatever it is you do. Do whatever it is you're gonna do. I've been single for a month. Like, damn. You've been single for a month. You acting like you've been single for. There's some women on this line been single for 7 years. You said you've been single for a month, like it's been years. It's good that you're single for a month. I can't fix my height, so I have to deal with it. Well, and there it is. There it is, and it's okay. It is okay. Fix what you can fix. Fix what you have the power to control. We can't control everything, but there's certain things that we can, and that's what you focus on. That's just what you focus on. My pleasure. You don't understand the word troll, son? Now back to more important people. What's going on here? So, what is happening here? Sorry if you are the type that isn't happy in life. I can't help you. So, y'all are just arguing on here? That's what's going on? I'm getting ready to get off here, though. Thank you, Felicia. Discovering your channel was no accident. You're so wise. Thank you for the knowledge to us black women, especially pertaining to those men out here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation, too. This is the purpose of the channel. There's a lot of dudes on here today. I don't know. I don't know why you guys aren't at work. I don't know why y'all ain't on the chain gang doing something. You know, earning a buck, earning a buck, so you can pay these hoes out here. I don't know how y'all on my live. I don't know, but the channel is for black women. It is for black women. It is to help us get things together, get our minds right, get things into perspective so that we can go forth into the world more confident, more self-assured, more grounded, and at peace with who we are. You know, just at peace with who we are. Like, because living every day feeling inadequate is a burden. It is a burden, an emotional burden, and it'll start to weigh you down physically as well. We ain't got time for that no more. We ain't got time for that no more. So that's what the channel is about. Yes, people, like up the stream. You skipped your class to watch the live? Lord, I appreciate it though. Y'all flirting on here. There's all kind of matchmaking on here. I hope somebody gets hooked up off this live. So lovely. Why do you ask how old I am? Are you prospecting? Are you soliciting me for something? I'm old enough to drink. How about that? So what do you have to say about women who go under the knife? Is it advisable? I think not. I'm not an advocate for that knife thing. To me, uh, what happens is the women never look natural. They start looking unnatural, unhuman like. And we can name, you don't have to name them, but you know in your head the women that you know who have gone under the knife. It's just something off. You know, I know they're trying to reach for perfection, but it just never happens. To me, it never looks good. It just looks different. It never looks good. It never looks normal. It never looks natural. So I'm like, you know, if you can avoid it, if it's not for health reasons, then kind of leave that alone and go the natural route as best you can. Just go the natural route as best you can. When you go playing with your nose and stuff like that, the tissue gets weak, and if you notice people that have gotten nose jobs, their nose start to collapse, like the nostrils. Remember how Michael Jackson's nose looked before he passed? Like the flesh was deteriorating, and the nostrils seemed to collapse after a while because the flesh is it's just so weak. It's just nothing there to support it. So when you go chopping your face and all that kind of stuff, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The boob implants and the butt implants, y'all already see what happens with that stuff. Eventually, the butt starts sliding down the back of your legs. And we know some entertainers that got butt implants. They had to either take them out, redo it, you know, get another reconstruction because the thing shifts, moves, it drops. You know, as you age, the skin gets thin and it can't support the weight of this added material, this artificial material inside the body. So it looks a mess as you get older. You ever seen a woman who's had plastic surgery get old? It's Freddy Krueger out here. it's like a goddamn scarecrow. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Michael Jackson had 8 surgeries on his nose. Though you put though, so he had 8, and there's other people that have had 2. There's always touch ups that's needed when you do these surgeries. There's always, it's never a one and done. When these people start chopping stuff up, they got to go in for maintenance. They got to go in to tweak. It's never a one thing. That's the point. And the flesh just starts to collapse. It starts to collapse. My email is info@theuglygirlsclub.com. I have all the links there in the description of this live. So you said Cardi B starting to look droopy, her butt. Uh I'm just saying that the tissue can only support but so much before it just starts you lose the collagen and things just start falling. Things just start falling all over the place. Are our parents responsible for our self-esteem as a teenager? Yeah, your parents give you a head start in life. They're responsible for giving you a safe environment where you can become what it is that you want to become. They're responsible for that, for nurturing you and giving you a safe environment. Self-esteem is personal to you. It's really just what you feel about yourself. And your parent can't really give you that. They can give you the space. All they can do is give you a safe space to be. But how you feel about yourself is eventually and inevitably going to be what you think about yourself. And that comes from inside of you. It doesn't matter how much someone else cares about you, because we all have people on this live who absolutely love us, I believe. But you still feel about yourself what you feel. So it doesn't matter. It matters what parents do as far as nurturing you, but at the end of the day, your call is your call. How you feel about you is going to override any amount of love you get on the outside. It will. It will. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, whether you have love from someone else or not. Imagine, Salkis, imagine if you had sons. I wonder what kind of man they would be. Oh my God. I wonder that too. I wonder that too. I probably would have. I know they'd be big dudes. I'd have big boys, and I think they'd be all right. I think they'd be good guys for any woman. I would assume that I would raise men who weren't skirt chasers. I would tell my sons not to chase skirts. I would tell my sons, do not be a slave to the vagina. If I had a son, I would sit him down with that and tell him, listen, because once you cross over into that and you a skirt chaser, you're under the rules and regulations of what women want. You're not gonna have no say so. She's gonna take your money. She's gonna trap you. All kinds of things. Do not be chasing skirts out here. Don't be chasing pretty girls out here. She got to have substance too. That's what I would say. You don't rate the viability of a woman based solely on the way she looks. So you got to test her character. This is what men don't do, and this is why they get burnt. A lot of y'all dudes chase women who don't like you. I say it all the time. They're not interested in you. You just, but that's the one you want. That's the one you want. Let me see. I do shave and smell good, but not going to get surgery. Do guys ever get surgery? Well, nowadays they are. Nowadays they are. Not at the rate of women, but nowadays they are. Some do, I'm sure, but they are more likely to be, yeah, that. They are spoiling the hell out of you. Spoiling the hell out of who? Oh, the third leg, I get you. Y'all just, yeah, so there's that. The mod info. I gave you the email. Just send me your email with your YouTube handle so I could type it in so your name will come up and I'll just hit as a mod. Just be real. That's all you have to do. I'm already telling my 10-year-old son about biological transfer and the dangers. He was grossed out and got it. Your 10-year-old? Awesome. Please let him know. You want your kids to be grossed out. I tell I got a 12-year-old daughter and I let her have it. Okay? She goes, "Ma, oh my God." She is so disgusted. I mean, but I let her know. I let her know about the bugs and the critters and the snot and the doo-doo and the pee-pee and the blood and all that stuff that be exchanging when you're having sex with people. Y'all talking about protected sex. What is that? What is that? When you slurping up mucus, saliva, sweat, piss, shit, and blood. All of that stuff you lapping up, lopping up, licking up, stuffing in, and all that kind of stuff. That's what's exchanged during sex. All types of biohazard hazmat shit is exchanged during sex, and y'all just nutting for a ham sandwich. Y'all letting dudes nut in you for a thank you and a ham sandwich. You licking shit crumbs out his ass for a thank you, a wine cooler, and what a po' boy sandwich, a shrimp boat, a Captain D's cheese poppers for a Captain D's meal. That's what you're doing it for. You gotta look at a dude. Listen, any dude. I look at men as a disease in a little bit of way. I look at like, okay, what disease does he have? Do I want that disease? Do I want to share in that disease? I don't know. That's that. You got to look at people like they have diseases or bacterias, I should say. Everybody's a walking sack of bacteria. Everybody's a walking sack of communicable bacteria. That's what everybody is. How y'all having casual, unprotected sex with just anybody? And the thing is, if you having casual, unprotected sex with him, he's also having it with other people too, and he's bringing that back to you. So you recycling it like a damn washing machine. You tumbling like a damn washer and dryer, just circulating bacteria with each other. I'm like, listen, that's how you want to stop yourself from getting horny. You got to look at the dude like, okay, I know there's E. coli, urine. He might got some Gouda cheese remnants on his peen from some other chick that he screwed last week. I know he got Gouda. I know he got sharp cheddar, something in his dick. From that thrusting, he got some kind of cheese in his dick hole. I know it's there. I know it's there. In his mouth. A lot of dudes eat girls raw. You talking about protected sex. When the dude eating you raw, he eating chicks raw out here. There is no such thing as protected sex. Y'all, please, 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 please stop it. There is no such thing as that. A lot of these dudes eating women, slurping, sucking out the cottage cheese out these hoes, twats, raw. Raw. And guess what? He don't even like her. He put his whole head down there in that fish market, and he don't even like her. But he gets off on pleasing women. You know, that's his thing. He gets off on pleasing women. And she barely washed. She didn't even wash herself. When I tell you, these hoes be baby wiping, they got their whole bag. They got baby wipes in their whole bag. They don't even washing their ass. They just wiping it down like they got 2-month-old cracks. Like a 2-month-old baby or something like that. Baby wipes in their bag. And this is who these niggas risk their whole life for. A chick that will screw you on the first night. Who else you think she doing it with? And you will screw her on the first night raw, raw, raw. But that's what's going on. You like my explanation? Listen, I had a dude begging to eat me out. I was like, no, man. Yeah, they beg. Yeah, they do beg. And it's lunacy out here. You can imagine, if he's begging you, how many other women he's begging, and how many of them are saying yes? Because there's chicks out here in a dry spell, and they feel like they keep in virtue. If the dude just eat her, she could still claim that she's celibate. That shit. There's women out here that do that. They have dudes come and tighten them up, lick them down, and she don't even bother washing her ass. She would come off a 12-hour shift at the hospital somewhere, still be in her scrubs, and dude, I'm here, ding dong, I'm here. And all she do is rolling down her sour drawers, and he eating it and then going about his business. And she's online. I haven't had sex in 2 years. That's she be online. How many y'all still holding out? It's been 4 years for me, and dude just left the house and lapped out her sweaty crotch. Lapped up her sweaty crotch. Just left, and she on a status. I've been celibate for 4 years. That's what's going on out here. A lot of girls be doing that and claiming virginity. Of course they do that. There's a lot of chicks that claim virginity because they get penetrated anally. And especially in the Islamic cultures, a lot of them little young dirty girls, them little head wrap hoes, them little Kemar and thobe wearing hoes, be getting it boinked in the butt and still claiming virgins. That's what they do. They taking dick in their mouth and in their behinds and still saying, I'm waiting until I get married. Why do these men eat fish even when they taste it? You have to ask them. Men are crazy like that. That's all I can say. I see everyone as a germ infestation too. How do men eat fishy crotch? I'm offended. Please, do you know how many of these chicks? Listen, I have family that work in a hospital, that work with women that come in. They'll come in, oozing, green pus dripping out their crotch. When the girl drop her drawers, everybody need a fucking face mask in there because they can't breathe. And you ask her, well, when the last time you had sex? 2 nights ago. Excuse me, ma'am? You said 2 nights ago? Yes, 2 nights ago. You had protected sex or unprotected sex? Unprotected sex. In the state that you're in, ma'am, you had it like that with this pustules and this stuff oozing from your crotch. You had unprotected sex. Yes, he didn't want to wear a condom. These chicks be dripping cottage cheese out they twats. And they all say they screw raw. All of them. All of them. A chick that smell like fish, her sex life don't slow down because she smell like fish. Her sex life don't come to no screeching halt because she stink. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Uh-oh. 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 Somebody called out. Just be real. Aren't you the same dude who was talking crap about black women on O'Shea chat room? You don't deserve to be a mod. Oh no, somebody called you out. Uh-oh. Well, there goes that. Y'all let me know. I don't be on these other channels. I don't know what's going on. So y'all gotta let me know. I be in my own little world. I got no funk in my trunk. All right. All right. Let them use you. Let them use you. I just entered the live chat. So what was the reason I can't get a boyfriend again? Oh, you gotta watch the whole live, my dear. I can't repeat that. I don't talk for over 2 hours. I'm sorry. You just gotta hit the play, hit the replay, cause I'm about to end this thing. You finally got her stream working. I don't know what the hell else you need to know. This was not directed towards you. Yo, this live is crazy. Y'all are crazy. This will happen when I have more than 40 people on here. Is it? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So yeah, y'all. Keep it together. Get yourselves together. Start loving on yourselves. Do what you need to do to feel good about yourself. Stop projecting negativity on the things that you want. Stop projecting negativity on the things that you want. It's a difference between knowing truths and knowing and being aware of certain things, and then having fixed beliefs that go against what it is that you want to experience. You know, there's a difference in the two. So you gotta do some auditing, some editing, some modification on certain things. Y'all, a lot of y'all say men don't want to get married, but you want to get married. Like, I would never say that. I've never said that on this channel. I never said men don't. You never hear me say men don't want to get married. Men don't want to support women. Have y'all ever heard me say that? I never said that. I said men will use women if you allow them to do that. Men will play you if you don't have boundaries. Don't I say that? So there's a difference in this thing. Some of y'all talk defeatist. Y'all talk like you're defeated. You talk like you're defeated. We have to stop this. UGC forever. That's right. That's right, Ola. Thank you. Manchurian accent. All right, y'all. So I thank everybody who donated. Again, y'all go and get your love potions, your conjuring tool, and the prayer that goes with it. I need for you to go ahead and order that. That's the first tool of the UGC Club. Y'all, I'm still working on shirts. I'm still working on finding somebody to do this damn shirt. I might have to do some other modifications on the design so I can get this thing popping, because we need our shirts out now. We need the shirts. So there it is. Someone just came out the closet. Who just came out the closet? Lord. I'm going to have to go back and read the comments of this live. This live was a little crazy. Anyway, y'all, like up the stream. I appreciate y'all hanging with me for this time. This is a labor of love for me. This is hard, emotional work, y'all. but I'm here to save lives. I'm here to help y'all. I'm here to help y'all. So visit the site. Go buy your art piece at iloveherart.com. Then swing on over to the Ugly Girls Club and join that site. Get all the news, latest stuff that I post on there in your email. Join the email list and get that. Get your love potions and all of that stuff too. Share this live. Share the whole channel. When y'all frequent these other channels that you go to, that talk about relationships, hypergamies, and all that kind of stuff, drop my name in the comment section. Drop the link to this page in the comment section, please. Y'all do that, because I need this channel to grow. I need to be like to 20,000, 30,000, or something subscribers. I'm just crawling to 10,000. That's not gonna work. I need this thing to. All right, so it's true. My mother left my dad at 31, and she wasted 20 years hoping my dad would come back, but he got married to another woman. Woman's time is different than a guy's. It surely is. It surely is. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Let me gym and get it together. Y'all drink your water, eat right, go and work out, read a book, enjoy yourself. Wear the woman in the pic with the half shirt. That's Toni Braxton. You can find her online if you're looking for some Toni Braxton, okay? Go. I guess she's on IG or something like that. But type her in and you see what you're looking for. All right, y'all. Peace.